Welcome back to Toilet Talk with Terry 21. Episode 5 out of 21. Question 5 out of 21 questions, which is, what is the best Wi-Fi name you've ever seen? Well, one time when I was on the road headed to youth camp, I saw a Wi-Fi network in an area where we arrived, or were at the time, that said, "Yell penis for the password." And then yes, as it would have had it, everyone else was trying to get on Wi-Fi too, so I kept hearing the boys around me yelling, "Penis, penis, 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 penis," over and over and over again. I'm pretty sure the bus driver at that point was like, "Are these kids on drugs or cocaine? What's going on?" All I hear is penis, 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 penis. All the boys profusely yelling the word penis and all the girls going, "Stop it!" Went on for about 5 minutes until we lost connection with that particular network. And then yeah, that never happened again. Thank God. We used to have neighbors that lived to the right of us who were very religious, and their Wi-Fi network was called "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's Wi-Fi." And then after they moved out, another couple moved in whose daughter was a dancer, and the Wi-Fi network to our right changed from "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's Wi-Fi" to "Drop it like it's hotspot." And to our left, we've always had these Mexican neighbors, and their network name has always been the same. It's Nacho Wi-Fi. Sometimes I wonder to myself, man, what about the celebrities who live in California? What are their Wi-Fi networks called? I mean, just think about it. You could probably guess on some of them. I mean, let's say R. Kelly, for example. R. Kelly. It's been around a while. You know his song, "I Believe I Can Fly"? Well, I think his Wi-Fi Wi-Fi network would be something like "I Believe I Can Fly." Think about it. I highly doubt that Billy Graham ever had Wi-Fi in his house. But let's say his son Franklin Graham had Wi-Fi in his house, which he probably does, or he may not, but let's say he did. His Wi-Fi would be, no, we're not going to use "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's Wi-Fi." That was our neighbor's. "Thou shalt not cheat on thy Wi-Fi." Or, let's say historical figures existed in the time of Wi-Fi. Like John Wilkes Booth, for example. What would his be? John Wilkes Bluetooth? Or Martin Router King Jr.? His would probably be something like "It burns when I pee." If you're a Star Wars fan, then yours would probably be something like "May the bandwidth be with you." Or "Luke, I am your Wi-Fi." But let's drop the concept of celebrities and talk about bands for a second. Like musical bands, I'm not about to make a joke about bandwidth. Let's say, okay, I know what it stands for. I know what it stands for is bad, but LMFAO. They're like a band, like a group. I don't really know how many people, because I don't really listen to their music all that much. However, I have heard a few of their hits, like "I'm Sexy and I Know It," "Party Rock Anthem," etc., etc., etc. Okay. I know they probably don't live together, but they would probably all have the same name Wi-Fi network wherever each of them lived. Think about it. And no, I don't think it would be anything like "Party Rock Wi-Fi," because that's just corny. It'd probably be more around something like "I'm buffering and I know it," or no. Oh, I got it. "Every day I'm buffering." Yeah. That's more like it. I'm sure in times like the COVID-19 pandemic, old folks' homes networks would be called something like, well, if old folks have Wi-Fi, that is. Most don't. Or maybe you'd be surprised. Anywho, to the point, their Wi-Fi network would probably be something called, or something like around virus distrib... Heck, I wouldn't even be surprised if, due to the COVID-19 global pandemic, old folks who have Wi-Fi at their house probably have changed their names to Virus Distribution Center. This one time when I was a little kid, I went to youth camp. I went to Woodland Youth Camp with Yeah, a bunch of other youth boys. Were them other youth boys sanctified? No. I mean, yeah, Woodland Camp did have Wi-Fi. The camp counselors and chaperones didn't want us using it because they wanted us talking with each other face to face, but at night, when they were not around, the other boys would do things like they would watch inappropriate stuff, they would be cursing, and at this point, the network name at Woodland Camp was Woodland Wi-Fi. That's it. Simple. But after that, within the next year, when it was time for us to go back to camp the next year, I kid you not, the Wi-Fi network had changed from Woodland Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi network name had changed from Woodland Wi-Fi to Don't watch porn on my Wi-Fi. Thank you. Do not watch porn on my Wi-Fi. Thank you. Yep. But I mean, come on. Let's face it. These young boys, they got high testosterone. I mean, it's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that it's not really holy to, look up porn sites or anything like that. That's why I don't do it. But still, I mean, the changes that their bodies are going through. I mean, you don't want to, you know what? I'm not going to say anything else. Speaking of bodies, that leads me into our next topic. Join us on the next Toilet Talk with Terry 21 for if you could remove any body part, which one would you remove and why? Okay, don't forget to sub for more content. What's to come next is going to be great. You don't want to miss it? All right, take care. Good night, everybody.